Hello, friends. Welcome to Yoga and Movement with Maud. My name is Maud, and today I want to welcome you to Yoga for Massage Therapists. I kid you not, I've had this class for about a year and a half. I've had this sequence, and my friends have been asking me, like, when are you putting up this class? And I'm finally excited to be able to put it together and publish it here and show it here. So as you can see, I have my props here, blocks, blankets, pillows, bolsters. But whatever you have, even a strap, grab it to make your practice a little bit more accessible. I'm going to pretend you may have come home and you just came from massaging a bunch of people and you just don't want to be on your feet any more than you already have been. Or it's a weekend and you're just trying to get some stretches and some movements in. And the whole point of this class, really, as a massage therapist, is to find your center without losing that core, as every day you're trying to be as bilateral as you can, even though you have a dominant wrist and a dominant leg, and there's always a side that you favor. So we're just trying to kind of conjure that sense of balance that we have and to find the breath as the key to kind of be a little bit more gentle with the body and mind. Okay, so we're gonna start on our backs, and I think the prop that I will use for that will be this blanket and pillow. It just feels good to me today. If you would rather just lay flat on your mat, go ahead and do that. I'm gonna keep my blocks a little bit close to me because I'll be needing that later, so you might wanna do that as well. And we will lie here on our backs. As we are here, make sure that the feet are bent and the feet are actually a little bit wider than hip width apart. You can place your hands on the belly or on your hip flexors, whatever feels good to you. But try to just relax, get your pelvis to feel heavy on the floor. And if knocking the knees together feels better for you and it feels kind of a little bit more relaxing, then please go ahead and do that. Starting to close the eyes. And if closing the eyes is not for the cards for you today, then just keep your eyelids heavy. Breathing in, expanding your rib cage and the lungs, appreciating this big expansion. And as you exhale, come back to home base, flattening more of your spine down towards the mat. Inhaling in, taking in every positive energy. And then exhale, breathe it out. As you breathe in, the diaphragm goes down to accommodate the lungs, everything to expand at the top. As you exhale, center, 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 and ground. Spend a few more moments breathing here, but this time I want you to flip your palms up and place them on the mat, giving your fingers a rest as they work hard all day, every time you have to work and massage. If you want to spend more time breathing, hit pause on the video. Otherwise, take one more breath. And exhale. Beautiful. Let's widen the knees and make sure that the feet are really super wide, maybe wider than the mat. And let's take these slow windshield wipers. So inhale to center and then exhale, dropping the knees to the right and left. Take your time as you're doing this, recognizing any tightness you feel in the calves, in the legs, in the thighs, in the hips. But approach it with no judgment. Palms can still be flipped up on the mat. Just giving your fingers a rest, or wherever they want to rest, honor that. One or two more times on each side.
And then let's drop our knees to the right. Perhaps the right ankle can kind of rest on top of your left thigh. And then slowly find this bigger stretch here, feeling it in the lower back. And if using a block underneath that right hip suits you, then go ahead and do that. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Come to center. Release the right ankle. Find a nice um, reset here and restart. And then slowly drop the knees to the left. Perhaps this time the left ankle can be on the right thigh. Try to just nudge it and encourage it down instead of pushing it down. Again, block is always there or a prop is there to kind of catch that left hip to make sure you don't go too far. And sometimes when we go too far, too long, too whatever, it becomes harder and harder to find your center. And as I promised you, this class is all about not losing your center. It's finding that sense of self and groundedness and your core being. Expand on the inhale, allowing, letting go on the exhale, releasing. Spend more time here, otherwise, take one more breath. And release. Beautiful. Release the left ankle. We're going to do this thing now called open the book, which is what I do first thing in the morning. I just make sure that I set my mic aside so I don't touch it. I want you to set your hips to the left and then get something between your legs so you're really sort of rolling onto your right side. And your right arm could just sort of hang in there on the right side. And so, with something between your legs, it kind of gives an opportunity for the pelvis to feel more neutral. Otherwise, I want you to exhale as you reach forward and inhale as you reach back. Now, there's a wall behind me, so I can't really open my arms that much. But you get the deal. You exhale to reach the arm forward. Inhale to reach it back. Lengthen. So good for the lower back. But for those of us, especially those of you, massage therapists who have a dominant side, you already know getting to the other side, doing this, you're going to feel which side feels more pliable or more dominant, more tight, more open. Don't roll those hips as much as possible. It will react a little bit, but make this more of an upper body experience and an upper body conversation. One more time. And then as you reach back, encourage the left shoulder to just give in to gravity. And this right hand can just hang in here. Hearing of some snap, crackle, and pops on my spine. Breathing in and out. Enjoy this twist. Be beautiful. And come to center. You guys know this. There's this thing called the other side. So I am going to set my hips to the right and roll over to my left. I will be facing away from you. I apologize. This will not be a long time. Keeping something between the legs. Once again, the left hand can just hang. And without further ado, exhale, reach the right hand forward. Inhale to reach it back without rocking the hips too much. Exhale forward. And you know what? If you know your body so well that you feel like the breath should be reversed, you want to inhale as you reach forward and exhale as you go back, please do that. This is your body, and massage therapists are gifted in knowing the human body in a way that nobody else does or can. It's pretty intimate, pretty anatomical, right? Your knowledge. And so You yourself, you're the pilot of this practice. So do whatever feels good. Let's do this one more time for good measure. Breathing forward and back. And as you get to your last one, relaxing that palm up, giving your fingers a rest. Inhale. Exhale. Try not to snooze. Take one more breath here. Gosh, this just feels so good. Inhale. And slowly release on the exhale. Whew. Come back to center. Get that prop um, away from the legs and place it under the hips right here. If you're using a block, make sure that it is oriented um, crosswise so that it can accommodate most of the size of the pelvis. And then lift your legs up. Make some ankle circles. The hands can just hang on the side or they can just glide on the legs, whatever feels good. I'm going to open the arms up. Focusing on the ankle circles, spreading the toes any amount. You guys are on your feet a lot. So give your feet, your legs some reprieve. And then let's just flex and point the feet. You can do alternate. You can do them both at the same time, whatever feels good. You can even kind of open the legs, making any orientation you want. Or you know what? You can also just simply hang and not move, which is completely fine. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. Inhale and exhale. That's why it's called yoga, because the breath is king. On your last exhale, send the feet down, but keep the prop underneath your hips. I want you to sort of pretend like you're squeezing something between the thighs, as some of you may not want to engage your legs too much, right? Because you're always on your feet. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to have nothing between the thighs. But if you want something, grab the other block and squeeze it. I'm just going to keep my legs free. Lift your left arm up like Iron Man style. Make sure that the fingers are facing you. Using the fingers of your opposite hand, drag and stretch the palms by placing kind of finger to finger here and making sure that we don't forget the thumb on that left hand. Nice sensation here in the forearms. Try not to hold the breath to go with the discomfort that you may be feeling in your wrists and your palms. Breathe through the muscles and the nerves underneath your palms, your wrists, your arms, your elbows. And whenever you're ready, let's go the other way. Fingers point down, using the palm of the right hand to enhance that experience. Just flexing and extending the wrist. At the same time, just letting the pelvis rest on top of the prop. Relax the jawline, relax the muscles in your face. Down, regulate. And whenever you're ready, shake the left hand. It's the right arm's turn. Make sure you partner the four fingers together. Never forget the thumbs on the right hand. And an Iron Man style, beam the palms towards the ceiling, towards the sky. And feel the stretch right here in the forearms. I am not a massage therapist, but it's always my radial side that is tighter. And I know it's the texting and everything else. friends, please breathe through this. Otherwise, this cannot be called yoga, right? These are just shapes. Inhale, exhale. Hit pause the video if you want to spend more time doing this. Otherwise, after the last breath, let the wrist go the other way and use the palm of the left hand as leverage. Really trying to feel the sensation right here where everything connects, right? It's not just a wrist joint. There are so many joints in the wrist. And you probably know that. And they connect all the way to the forearms, which connects to the elbows and the shoulders. And whatever you do with your hands taxes the upper body. Inhale. And then exhale. Whenever you're ready, release that. Clasp the fingers together and just make nice wrist circles. I'm going to guess you already know what your favorite wrist exercises are. So if you have those, do them here. Whether it's circles or I have like one friend who like does butterflies. It's not quite like this, but it looks a little bit different. But I know you know what wrist exercises to do. So please do that here on top of what I'm doing or in lieu of what I'm doing. All right, one more wrist thing. Palms, knuckles, palms, knuckles, palms, knuckles. Like I'm not a massage therapist. I massage my husband a lot. But man, one arm just feels heavier than the other every time I do this. Do 3 more for good measure. Palms, knuckles, palms, and knuckles. Nice job. Send the hips towards the chest. Hands on the knees, and you can do circles with the knees, opposite circles, or same direction circles, using the prop underneath the pelvis, or maybe even just the mat as sort of this massaging, like pressure points on your lower back. Reverse, if you did one big circle, or like I said, you can do opposite circles here. Breathe, 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 breathe. And then slowly send the feet down. Lift the hips up. Place the pelvis down. Roll onto a side of your choice. And slowly make your way into hands and knees or quadruped. Really making sure to spread the fingers wide, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees really run underneath the hips, and then directing the belly away from the mat. As we cat-cow, inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, open the chest, and lift the head. Exhale, round it out. Look towards your navel, push the floor away. Fingers quite engaged here. But we're not going to spend a long time because I do want you guys to feel some reprieve, to get some reprieve from being on your wrists a lot. So we will not be on our hands a lot, I promise you. Cow pose to inhale. Cat pose to exhale. There are actually people who feel better reversing the breath on the cat-cow. So if you want to inhale as you curl and exhale as you arch up, that's fine too. Who am I to deprive you of what feels good to you, yeah? One more time. And then slowly come to center. I'm going to start here on this side. Inhale the left arm up. And as you exhale, needle it down and under the right armpit. Hover because you're just going to go back and inhale to open. Feels good on the obliques and the side body. Exhale, needle it through. Inhale the arm up. This time, place your left hand behind the head and then slowly tap the left elbow towards the right elbow. They may not touch, that's okay. Inhale, open up. Exhale, try to tap. One more time, inhale. And then exhale, release the hand. Find that full expression of thread the needle. You can reach the right arm forward, but make sure to reach the left arm towards the right side. Whatever feels good on the legs. Some people like to kickstand. Whatever feels good, do that. Breathe, 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 breathe. Inhale and exhale. Slide the right hand in front of your face. Push yourself up. And then inhale, open up once again. And then exhale, come back into your quadruped. Anytime you need a wrist break, just do these circles. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you know which wrist release to do. All right, let's do it on the other side. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, needle through underneath the left armpit. Just hover. Inhale, open up. You already know which side feels tighter. Like I said, more pliable, more open. One more time, inhale up. This time place the right hand behind the head and you're gonna direct one elbow towards the other. They may touch, they may not. Completely fine. Inhale, open. This is my tight side. Exhale, elbow to elbow. One more time, inhale here. Twisting up and then release the hand. Full expression of thread the needle. Just slide the left hand forward and really stretch that right arm towards the left. No judgment here. However you want to stay here with the legs and the feet, completely up to you. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Slide the left hand in front of your face. Use it as leverage to push yourself up. Inhale. Stretchy buck stretchers and then exhale. Come here. On your quadruped, few more opportunities to cat-cow if you'd like. Find the breath. Spread the palms and the fingers. Be kind to your spine. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to slide my props away from me. You are a massage therapist, so you do need shoulder strengthening for sure. So I know we did a lot of mobility, some stretches, but now I want you to do these shoulder strengthening moves with your palms up to give your palms a rest, okay? Make sure that the elbows are in line with the shoulders as you come into a palm up plank. Now, look at your thumbs. They may be floating up. Try to encourage them to spread and to make contact with the mat. And if that's hard, you're doing your best. Now, it's easy to round the spine. It's easy to round the upper body. Keep the chest open. Imagine the shoulder socket there, right? Like setting and feeling stable. And if you'd rather take this down on the knees, you can, which we will in a while. Otherwise, stay here. Inhale. Core and shoulder work. And then exhale, drop down to your knees. Keep the palms up. Palm up, Sphinx pose. Chest is open. Legs are engaged a little bit. If you'd rather just the legs hang, just make sure you engage the glutes so you're not dumping on your lower back. And you probably know where we're going. We're going to go back and forth in that plank and in this Sphinx. Okay? Inhale here. Tuck the toes in the back. Exhale, lift the knees and the hips up. Plank. Quietly, knees down. Untuck the toes. Enjoy the Sphinx pose.
Exhale whenever you're ready. Toes stuck. Lift up. Inhale and exhale. Now you be the pilot of your breath. You can do one movement with one breath, or you can do two breaths with one movement. Completely up to you. You dictate the pace. Again, you can always hit pause on the video. Do your own thing, but we're definitely feeling it now on the shoulders. Spread the palms, spread the palms, spread the palms. Be okay with that. Do one, two, three, four more, whatever makes your heart happy. I'm just going to do one more. One more plank. And one more sphinx. Beautiful. I'm going to make a pillow out of my hands. Place my forehead down, or you can turn your head, completely up to you. Lift the feet up and make windshield wipers left and right, just to release the lower back. Breathing in and breathing out. Place the feet down. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders and slowly come up. Knees apart, toes towards each other. Walk the hands towards you and then towards the back. Flip the palms so they're facing behind you. I'm going to move my mic with me, make sure you can still hear me. So you can place the hands on the props, or you can just place your hands behind you, whatever feels good. I'm going to stay here upright just to prove a point how useful these bad boys are. Roll the shoulders back. Direct the chest forward, and up to you how you want to orient your neck. You can just look forward, or you can look up where the ceiling and the wall meet. Otherwise, the important part here is that you're inhaling and exhaling, opening up the chest and rolling your shoulders as a counter to what we just did in that sphinx to plank sequence. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale and exhale. That's what makes this yoga. Beautiful. Slowly come to center. Let's shaky shake the arms for now. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, right elbow comes below the left elbow into eagle arms. But if this is not possible, you can just grab shoulder to shoulder. Make sure that one arm is underneath the other. And we're just going to drag the arms down, drag it up, down, and up. By the way, you can sit on top of something or be on crisscross applesauce as we're doing this eagle arm sequence. And then let's drag the arm forward. Feel the stretch right here in the upper back. The shoulder blades coming apart and away from each other, and slowly release. Shake the arms and then lift the arms up. Left elbow underneath the right this time. Hand to hand or shoulder to shoulder. And without further ado, just direct it down and up. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Feels so good everywhere. My deltoid, my chest muscles, muscles in the back. One more time, up and down. And then direct your arms to go forward. Stop right there. And then slowly release. Whew. Shaky shake the arms. Lift the arms up, hands together. You can interlace the fingers or steeple grip, whatever is feeling good to you today. Opening up the chest, but sending the ribs in. Like I said, never losing your center and your core. And then bending over to your right side. Inhale, center. Bending over to your left side. One more time. Inhale, center. Just going left and right. Inhale to center and exhale to bend. Come to center. Now we're going to get into a child's pose. So crawl your hands forward. Bow the head. And try to see if you can get the forehead to be on top of something. So I'm going to use my block again to prove a point that these bad boys are plenty useful. Hands, of course, palms up. You probably guessed it. You can sit on top of something to keep the hips lifted. And just take deep breaths right here. Center and ground. Expanding on the inhale. Releasing on the exhale. If you want to spend more time in this child's pose, please go ahead and pause the video and stay for as long as you need. Otherwise, take one more breath. Inhale. Out the mouth, exhale. Melt and ground and center. Slide the hands underneath your shoulders and gently, 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 gently uncurl the spine. Find a nice seated position, crisscross applesauce or hips on heels like I'm doing. But place your hands on the heart center, palms touching each other. A little bow from your head towards your hands, just honoring everything that you do every day, serving others, touching bodies, listening to stories. It's such a giving profession, massage therapy. And right now, you deserve to give time and care to yourself. Unabashedly, unapologetically. And take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Repeat after me or just say this quietly. This is my breath. This is my body. This is my being. And this is my business. And I will take care of it. Thank you so much for taking this class. Again, for taking care of yourselves, listening to the body. It's an honor for me to be able to guide you through your practice. Good luck with your massage therapy profession. And I know how much you guys give. So I thank you, thank you, thank you. Because without you, us yoga teachers, fitness instructors, monkeys also, we tire our bodies out and you guys are miracle workers. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you next time. Take care.